10 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
You're watching DreamLeague Season 14, powered by Intel, and this is the final series of the league, of the Western European DPC League. Obviously, there might be tiebreakers, but this series is going to find out if there will be any. We have Team Secret taking on OG, and there is so much hype between these two teams facing each other. We've looked forward to this series the whole season long. The question is, Purge, will it live up to its expectation?
I really hope so. I mean, Secret is such a dominant team. I'm scared they're just going to pull out some crazy stuff into OG, but OG's also excellent, and they're going to start with the outcome.
There we go.
Of course. It's back, baby.
What's interesting though is their second pick, and they're so confident in the Alk. They're not waiting to see one more hero, pick a comfort. They're just going, okay, no, we're just going to go.
We're going to go Alk Monkey
10
King
seconds
first two.
remaining.
Yes, I was gonna say, they have to develop the strategy, because if they don't, then there's issues.
5 seconds
The Monkey
remaining.
King timing, the reason why it's such a strong combo, you give him that Ags at like minute 14, 15, it unlocks the quick Roshan, and you have Mouse and EQB on your Monkey King.
Turn to ban.
And if they picked out his fourth pick instead of second pick, then it would get banned, guaranteed to be the first thing banned.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you first pick Monkey King, Secret say, I see what you're doing, and they take the Alchemist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we talked about this in the pregame. This is what OG is known for,
10
and
seconds
this is
remaining.
really how they found success when it counted, is they find these drafts,
5
these hero
seconds
combinations
remaining.
that just aren't fair. No-Tail seeks ways to break the game. What better time to find that solution than to break the most dominant team of 2020 in a match to make it to the major?
I think the key thing is, though, before we don't get too carried away with Alchemist, we have seen plenty of outgames and understand how it can lose and how it can win.
Yeah.
In the game that OG dominated with Alchemist, he was getting kills in the lane, he had stacks, there wasn't any invasion, he secured his own game, and there was the Monkey King. So the clear thing here is from Secret, they need to ensure that they can either kill the Alk in lane, or at least pressure him, or invade those stacks, because it is a slow start to the game from Alk if he doesn't have like a no pressure time. So, pressure the Monkey King, pressure the Alk, the game should be fine. You're not giving away 14-minute timing.
And in that
10
game, Monkey King
seconds
also won his
remaining.
lane. So it was like the best Alk strat we had seen out of all of them.
5
We've
seconds
seen a couple.
remaining.
Some
Turn
have
to
gone,
ban.
that was the best one. The other one has gone okay. And some other ones had gone really bad. So yeah, pressure Alk and lane is certainly the big one. Get a good carry matchup there. Having Tide is going to help them slow the game down as well and be able to fight into the Monkey King. Possibly beat him in lane also. So they could try lane him, hypothetically. Shutting him down that way
10
would definitely
seconds
offset a lot of his
remaining.
gains with Ags.
I think an important thing to note with Secret, though, is
5
simply
seconds
don't
remaining.
fall victim to that OG
OG's
fight where they
turn
bait
to
you into like a
ban.
mid-river fight into then a reset Roshan. That happened as well in that OG Liquid game, where Liquid, they actually won the fight, they crushed the Ags timing, but it opens up kind of but what's next? And that's where, again, we are kind of describing the perfect out game, and that's where, of course, Secret, they're going to be aware of this. They're going to understand the key kind of nuances into enable it.
You
10
can even see
seconds
based on the speed of their
remaining.
draft. I'm sure they were expecting this.
Yeah.
Like, this is
5 seconds
this is
remaining.
something. Was it the last TI? It was TI9 Puppy versus Kuro in that iconic match. Who would play in the 200th game at TI first? And Liquid at the time, now Enigma, took Alchemist first two games in a row and won. And they were just like, yeah, we didn't realize that hero was so good. I am certain that is something Puppy
Secret's
remembers
turn to
better than
ban.
I do, and they will have a plan pocketed and prepared for this open.
Secret making sure that they, I guess, ban out maybe some more lane securers. There's Abaddon and Dying, so Ty likes playing them in a bit of a aggressive fashion as well. But it's all about securing the Tide. I think the interesting
10
thing is
seconds
Secret
remaining.
actively picked Tide, knowing that most likely Monkey King was coming into play, where Monkey King
5
does fare pretty
seconds
well into Tide,
remaining.
of course, in one of the few matchups that likes playing into him. So there needs to be kind of a big picture where Secret are playing for kind of the mid-game timing rather than potentially just really securing the lanes. Unless they have some tri-lane scenario like we already mentioned previously.
I dig the bans, both sides. Like, I'm just so much more of a fan of the Division 1 second phase bans, a lot more to read into. Specifically, when you look at what these teams are targeting, don't say anything, Tigo. Undying and Abaddon, two of the strongest 5 positions for No-Tail to secure the Monkey King in the safe lane. Whereas OG, they have to get rid of anti-Monkey King heroes. Because he is your win condition. He will be the hero responsible for your success. So take out his matchups immediately.
Yeah, we see both teams using quite a bit of their time here to decide on these bans. One thing that I also noticed is there's a lot of smiles around on the players.
OG's
getting ready
turn
for
to
playing.
ban.
I like to see that they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you see frowny faces and stuff, but no, there's like,
Look, what's the common gripe we've heard from every player in all regions? We just want to play more Dota.
maybe.
That's their issue with the DPC, and this is what we've been waiting for. As you said, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Our final match is finally here. Team Secret versus OG.
Their
For the
7th
first time
series.
this
10
year.
seconds
For the
remaining.
first time this year, these two teams are playing.
I really hope it's not a 2-0 for that very reason.
5
Yeah, it has
seconds
to go
Don't
remaining.
jinx it. Go.
Ah, well, whoopsie.
I'm sure that the words that Thompson just said, or sorry, that Robson, I always get them mixed up
Yeah,
in my
sorry.
head.
Really?
with
I
that
have
is
no
gonna ruin
problem
the whole
telling
thing.
them apart.
We are quite different.
It's the sun part. It just gets
Yeah,
in
the
my
sun.
head.
Son of Top, son of Rob.
Yep.
Yep.
And you just watch them play Dota. You'll be able to know who's who.
Luckily, I play 5, so there's no correlation. And in
I'm
a
sure
different
that's
bracket.
OG's
Last
turn
ban
to
for OG,
pick.
burning a lots of time here.
Team Secret's
They
turn
get
to
that.
pick.
Okay.
Oh, and a tree and pickup.
Wow.
Interesting.
Oh, well, yeah, if you're going to ban Bat, again, protecting the Monkey King, but this tree, probably just your replacement to the 3 heroes Secret have banned out, right? They get rid of
10
3 high
seconds
sustain,
remaining.
just impact 5 positions. This is really
5
the only
seconds
one left
remaining.
that does what they thought about and conceptualized to pair with the Monkey in the safe lane.
I kind of like it more as a block pick to the potential routes that Secret can take. They've so far run strategies like PA in the last 3 of their games, and Luna, for example, as well. And these ideas are, we either blow up the heroes, and then we pivot off the fight from that after big cooldowns, or we just pressure the objectives and overwhelm you. So kind of tree, in kind of theory, kind of mitigates both these strategies because of the living armor factor. So it potentially is kind of a big picture pick, but again, pretty strong lane. I don't mind it. Has an ag.
Yeah, like it lanes well against Rubik, especially. Get on top of him, he's going to have some trouble there. But like these top teams are so good at defending their towers that they'll feel like it's a success to rotate like 3 heroes and do like 400 damage to a tower and then disengage once their opponents defend properly. So having like Tree being able to heal towers on top of that, if they can also
OG's
defend,
turn to
sounds
pick.
like really scary
Slark.
for their momentum in the game. And they end up picking a Slark.
Yeah.
Which I assume is what they want to lane against the Alk here, and they're going to feel confident about it.
So-
They're picking it
so-
so early.
Here's the thing, it's not as effective against Trant as it used to be, because previously you could burn off the charges, whereas
Yeah, it's
Tree
now
Armor
time,
now,
yeah.
it's static,
10
it's
seconds
time-based,
remaining.
and it's plus armor and regen.
You do get stacks though. Get more all the stacks.
5
of the
seconds
extra shit
remaining.
every time you hit him. Everybody's a little. Yeah.
True.
I think
Yeah.
fun
Silver lining, silver lining.
Yeah. It's the same concept though, because you're playing against these heroes like Alk, like all 3 heroes on OG. It's like
Team
hero after hero at the
Secret's
same
turn
time.
to pick.
They use damage manipulation. They have so much more armor and regen potential that, in theory, Slark with a whole bunch of stacks, he's gonna get stronger as the fight goes on, and you need that to play into OG's draft here.
Also, I want to point out that in a game like this, if it goes late, an Alchemist is a factory Alchemist and gets an axe
10
for the
seconds
tree, and
remaining.
there is all the vision in the world for OG, which is a big plus.
5 seconds
there's a
remaining.
slug.
But there's a Slark.
He has a quelling blade.
He'll know.
He'll know.
Sure, he will get a quelling blade. I
Team
guess that's
Secret's
a, yeah.
turn to
They
ban.
could pick Shadow Demon.
Or a Timber Sword.
Yeah.
sorry.
And Timber
Trees don't
Sword.
exist anymore, guys. Oof.
They're fighting fire with fire. Or I suppose, you wanna tank up, you wanna try and survive. We have heroes that do not run out of gas.
Do you know what I mentioned about Secret in the pregame about how they have their
10
laning set up so
seconds
strong?
remaining.
Look now at these heroes. And what lane does Alchemist go to with confidence? He has the
5
hardest matchup,
seconds
which is the
remaining.
Timbersaw, and there's his potential Slark. Like, it's all about laning presence with the app.
Oh,
Survive the
geez,
lane, get
turn
quick
to ban.
farm stacks. That doesn't happen here, so...
Well, you are a natural vessel buyer, which is okay. But yeah, I like your point, because the key is the axe timing, as you said. So slowing that down is going to be key. I actually think the Monkeys game isn't even as relevant because you get that axe up so fast. Like, I'd rather be a Monkey with a bad game and an axe at 12 minutes than a
10
good game and an axe
seconds
at
remaining.
17 minutes.
We're talking,
Team
we have been talking the last few days
Secret's
a lot
turn
about
to
the past
ban.
and drafts that we saw from the past. Tidehunter used to be support. In this case, Puppy normally is
Ooh.
not traditionally a player that
That's-
saves his pick for last. So is this a tied
point.
support?
This is flexed to the final pick for
Well,
Secret.
Yeah.
We saw one in NA last night. I
10
believe. I
seconds
finished the whole
remaining.
game, but
And Bait did it as well.
It
Dustin
makes
plays it.
sense actually because
5
in this
seconds
game, it's
remaining.
not the ideal core tied game, but what it gives you is really powerful. It's that minus armor in the laning phase against the monkey. Very nice to play against Lion as well,
OG's
and a
turn
Ravage
to
to secure the
ban.
team fight. OG think it's a support. They're banning out the Kunkka, a typical Nisha hero. They don't want to give any finishers away. And yeah, if you think about Tide Slark bottom would be just fine if that's Puppy playing it. In fact, that's actually pretty scary. It's a lot of minus armor.
So we are
10
assuming that Monkey
seconds
King is going to be
remaining.
played by Thompson, right? What lanes well against Monkey? That's still
5
the
seconds
Void Spirit
remaining.
out.
No,
No,
it's
you
mid
don't
one.
think
Mid
so?
one last time.
Yeah.
It was mid one last time.
But
Okay.
keep in mind, he's the one who replaced Ana. I think that
That's true.
even if there's going to be people who are going to criticize mid one his performance thus far, let him time to adjust. He's never been put in a position like this team routinely places him in. Just hey, here's all the farm. Please carry us.
Well then, so far we're basing it off of the series that OG played against Team Liquid. We had Thompson playing Earth Spirit, setting a very high tempo, and Arc Warden and Void
Team
Spirit as well as the other
Secret's
two
turn to
where it
pick.
didn't work out. But Void Spirit now banned out, so that one won't be it regardless.
I'm trying to see the heroes that Nisha has played in the mid lane to kind of open up his team, and it is pretty much Void Spirit and Kunkka are the key ones. And
Yep.
he actually
OG's
hasn't played
turn
anything
to
else. Like
pick.
Super
More
Tiny and one.
Viper.
Wow.
Okay, we're getting
I've
Not
Invoker.
seen this.
Invoker.
What do you go for?
We have. Do we have the win rate, Thompson? Do you have the win rate for Invoker? Robson. Virgin affected me. Do
Sorry.
you have
the
the?
same.
Messed it up.
My mum will be so proud.
Do you have the
Okay.
win rate
10
of Invoker? Because I
seconds
don't think it's
remaining.
very high at the moment in the EU division anyway.
You may now select your
Wow.
heroes.
Okay.
Oh,
Smile
Alright.
around.
is this hearing?
Sapphire mid.
Looks like it.
Okay.
Or-
What if they're doing like out carry and this is all just a ruse?
No,
that could be.
It's-
We are about
no.
I hope so. That would actually be such a power play.
I think
Or
Snap,
Lion
into
Man.
Timber,
That
though.
does pretty well.
Lion
middle,
Man?
though.
What is it?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
No,
let's
like
go.
we thought. But here's the thing, Thompson. What do you throw in the Monkey King with 1 billion items? Also, Thompson getting ag. All of these heroes love ags.
Mm-hmm.
This is okay.
All right,
yeah,
they all
Puppy
like-
Tide.
Okay, they all like Ags though, but they need to get out of this laning phase. This Timbersaw is a massive threat. There really isn't
Yeah.
like a clean answer outside of Monkey King, and Slark has a really good game with no good reliable lockdown. So it's all about Secret and the laning setup. If they own the early game,
Try lane.
there's not enough farm. Yeah, so I think Secret have kind of the edge, but OG's got the quirkiness and the kind of skirmishing desires going into
Yeah.
later portion.
You have Timbersaw against an Alchemist in a
Yeah.
1v1.
Mhm.
You aggro Trilane into a Monkey King. That's pretty ideal.
Yeah, Burge, what is your final thoughts on this first game's draft?
I think if they can do a decent job zoning like the Slark Alk matchup, then OG will be in an okay place. But yeah, the lane swap, the dry lane stuff is definitely where it's gonna change things a lot. Maybe Invoker will underperform a little bit, but Nisha's really good, so it should be fine. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I got the win rate from JJ actually for the Invoker as well.
Oh, okay.
EU DPC 27%, overall DPC 43%. Isn't that great?
Would you like to know the Snapfire in EU DPC?
Yeah.
One game lost by Spider Pigs in lower division, and it was mid as well.
0%.
They've disbanded, so
And
we
they-
shouldn't read
Prepare
too much
for
into
battle.
that necessarily. I'm looking forward to this. I've
is
not
good.
seen Nisha
I
on a
wanna fight.
stage like this playing as Invoker. I feel like he's not quite putting that S tier god category with the miracles and Artemis of the world.
Yeah, sure, great game.
Sure, great game. I think that's what we're all looking forward to, especially the two people that are going to commentate this match. Let's head over to Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, CBS. Should be a fantastic one here between OG and Secret Fogged. So much to talk about, of course, as expected when we have these two teams coming in with these sort of drafts. But what are you most excited to see here out of the 10 heroes we've got playing?
Oh man, I don't even know what to pick. There's just too much, honestly. We have an Invoker in like a fun game with who haven't been able to play on the stage. We have a
30
Yapsor,
seconds to
Rubik.
battle.
We have a Timbersaw versus an Alchemist, which is always going to be fun, and also versus a core Snapfire. Remember, two heroes are strength, so Timbersaw does have a pretty good game set up for him. And then we have No Tail on signature hero too. Tree. We've got a lot of fun things going on here, and a very comfortable draft from both sides. I'm hoping that we have some good battles coming in. I think Secret will put themselves in a position of some very strong lanes, and I'm seeing them already potentially doing that setup for an aggro tri-lane and swapping stuff up. And again, we do have a swap
battle
up for the
begins.
heroes. It's a 5 tie, so that win rate for some of these heroes, this is going to shift things around. Rolla is playing, and I'm curious to see how it's going to do, because that Gush can be very effective in some of these lanes versus Alchemist, very low armor hero. I feel like he could actually do some decent work down there, and it's actually going to be OG the one with the initial try.
All right, yeah. So as you say, taking a page out of Secret's book. We'll see how Secret prepares for this and how they respond. And let's see that, yeah, this mid lane going to be very exciting to watch. Topson Snap against the Nisha Invoker. I mean, Snapfire is a hero. We just don't see anybody play it right now, folks. I mean, what sort of the reasons? Why is this game going to be a bit of a challenge potentially for Topson on a hero that nobody else wants to touch? Oh, hang on. They might snap. All right,
Dire's turret has been killed.
as that tri-lane, not quite ready for the offensive damage that these three heroes offer.
Acid Spray with 3 heroes hitting you, -4 armor. Instantly does take out the slot because he's not careful enough. He pushed out the wave to use Dark Pact to push it out.
He might just get Puppy in.
Is he gonna get Puppy?
Yeah, but he gets 2 kills. All right, OG with a big hit to start things off in the bottom lane.
Line level 2 already off the bat, and you know the Snapfire, getting back to that, we haven't seen it because it just got straight up nerfed on. You know, the Aghanim's got it completely broken before, it got completely shattered and shut down. We'll see what Topson's able to do with it because he's the one who did start doing that like E-Blade mid on the Snapfire rush first. So yeah, that could be what he's looking for as it can apply good pressure, and it is gonna get gifted an egg. So
yeah, I'm interested to see sort of how Seb prioritizes this game. I mean, is this a game that you look at and you feel that Seb, he is going to be getting multiple Ags out sort of first in his build, or is it going to be another one where we see one Ags delivered and then he's going to build for himself?
I could see him build for himself after the first one, yeah. There's definitely a lot of merit. Just the blink stun whenever you're playing versus Invoker or any of these blink initiators is I could see something like, I mean, Puppy, he's looking pretty dead. There's boots on this line. He's got him down.
Saxa is going to be able to cancel the salve, and he's going to let Puppy be for now. Puppy, actually, okay, easy bounty.
Okay,
all right.
Gold for me.
All right, the dream. And he is able to pull a little bit of the support, you know, pull those two away from the lane a little, so Matu gets some freedom for last hits. Taking a look at these matchups, we're seeing the Invoker, pretty close matchup versus that Snapfire. Top, Timber suffering. Had to go for that Timber chain, and it is a very support of the tree. Again, Matu.
Trying to go in for Saxa. He's into the trees, salve is popped. He's keeping himself away from Puppy as well, so he's going to get a good amount of time out of this salve. In fact, he's going to get the full salve off. Puppy unable to catch him. And Saxa's back up to full HP.
I like how this is like the -4 armor lane. The Gush and then the Alchemist Acid Spray, both of them just battling each other. Hey, but one's AoE. So OG able to capitalize on that, at least when they do commit with 2 melee heroes under it.
I mean, Puppy's not going to be able to offer too much in this lane for a little bit of time now, as he's entirely out of mana. He has got a stick coming out, but on top of that, just tangos and sows, no sort of mana regen or mangoes at all. So he's going to be without abilities for quite some time down there.
Yeah, it's huge. Like Saxa getting that level 2, literally on the first wave, pretty much. He just has the mana drain, so it is tripping them up a bit. And the fact that Seb's able to get so much down here is huge, because the Squawk overall is a good matchup for him, and this start out for them is really important. As mid, Topson, he's getting aggro on Nisha.
He is. And he's going to have another blast in a second.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Not quite a point. He might still get it. Actually, Nisha's baiting. He turns with the gold tower. The tower's hitting into him. Topson able to de-aggro the tower just in time, and he has got a full bottle on his way out. Just at this point of the 4 minutes, he's going to get lucky on the rune. He is as well, right by him. So Topson, he's going to be able to fully refuel.
Nicely done too. He flips
No,
the wave
Mortimer,
aggressively to
it's
try
not
to punish Nisha. Almost
playtime.
dies himself,
And
but
not
a
that
nice attempt.
short, anyhow.
Yeah, mid one, really the top of that chart. Zai still getting a little bit, but he's not able to apply pressure at all versus the Monkey King for quite some time. It's not going to be easy for them until they do really have like level 6 on that Timber Saw to slow down mid one's farm. And Yapsor, he is getting his farm. You know, he's getting close to Arcane Boots, but he's not able to make anything happen with this early game so far. No-Tail's able to get these little mini pulls off. We do like to see. As Yapsor, maybe he stepped up too far. It couldn't connect with the Leech Seed though. But mid one's going to stop the Yapsor.
He's still going to go for it. He's going to have mana in a minute for the Boundless Strike. He might not even need it, actually. Right clicks alone. The job
Radiant
done.
structures are fortified.
Picking up kills on top of the
Guess
free
that
farm.
was just another fairy tale.
It's probably the reason why I love having Monkey King save. Like, it's one of the best heroes to go for those supports, to do those cheeky plays to block the camps. Because you have Tree Dance. Very few heroes have that type of mobility as a carry to help out your, you know, your support. So Good stuff. Got mid one. And Notail's able to sneak in and get the bounties. 4 bounties for OG.
Wow. And they're certainly getting the money in this early stages. And what's those? Actually, Tim, not.
He does not have.
He doesn't have a point. The
Appreciated.
Greevil's playing purely for the strength of the lane, so doesn't get any benefit. But nonetheless, a good amount of money there for the squad.
Alchemist is getting so much now, Bob. This is pretty crazy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was build of the Jingu, so he can turn and get some good damage down onto Zai.
Thinking
Around
about
the
it.
strike, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
7 stacks there. They have a run down Puppy. 5-0. OG definitely coming in with the stronger lane execution so far.
Tower are scanning.
Yeah, the fact that they did that start with the tri lane
Demised.
really has set up Seb for such success because they got that level 2 so quickly on, and it's been really effective to shut down the Tide's pressure. Like, Puppy's pretty much doing nothing but just giving space and giving his life for the Slark and all this.
And Matu is making the most of it. You know, his farm is still looking very hot down there in that safe lane. Up top side. Gonna catch him. The damage, not quite. Another chain away. Mid-one's trying to chase. He's got his face rooted in fact. From a distance, Thompson rains down the ultimate and is able to make sure that Zai's not getting away.
Zai's game looking pretty rough. There's a lot of magic damage to deal with this Timbersaw too in the mid game. He's gonna have to find some way to recover. That lane is not easy for him or Yapstor. They're gonna start having to break around a little bit. Yapstor pitching up there. I think he has to make moves with these.
Can't make the attempt onto Thompson. He already gets the jump off. And he's away. Bottom lane's dead. Going, stacks up. That stun will manage to set the space to back up. Puppy sticking down very low. Matu by his side though. Able to stop Saxa from being able to chase Puppy any longer.
The acid spray just makes, you know, Puppy's a Tide Hunter, but he looks so squishy because he's actually -2 armor when he's under it. And so a Lion, who's hitting him, actually looks very significant. But yeah, Matu, he has absorbed the majority of that space, and he's almost at the same as that Monkey King. He's a little bit behind because of the kills that have gone up top, but not too shabby. Seb's the big winner though, right? He's already got like 3k net worth. He's already got the axe queued up. He's already gonna get ready to give that one over to either the Monkey King or the Seb. Very early time in the game because of the inside. They're not letting him walk up at all. They immediately commit on every time he shows.
Oh, and another great stuff. Zai's gonna try for the rush, and Denani's gonna be able to do it. Nice move from Zai, at least to stop that going away.
Dire's turret has been killed.
Thompson's alright.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still able to run those Taxa. Giving him the space, holding back Matu. Seb will be able to live. That chemical rage will hit him straight back up.
And now they have the point in armor too. Notail, he went for 2 points in Leech Seed just for the lane to be able to destroy the Timbersaw. Now the armor is going to come into play to completely counteract the Gush minus armor. So that's going to be hard for Matu to commit onto that. Usually would be a squishy Alchemist.
It's over to
Nisha just being annoying. He's just burning Thompson's mana. Not able to really pose any threat versus... Yeah.
I think the 3 heroes here of OG around. Nothing gonna come of it.
Do they have Seth? I was kind of looking around for the Alch. They don't. Seth, he won't be able to get enabled by that. But he is going to be able to go to the jungle and
Dire's
start getting that
top
farm on.
tower
And
is
it's really
under
up to
attack.
Secret to start now looking to pressure. Because every time I see this, when you get these offlane alchemists that they just start being able to hit jungle and it's unpunished, you know, the factory's going to start kicking in. So they got to start doing something to at least apply some pressure here. But it's hard because of how these lanes have started. They don't have the great heroes to just make a move on the tower and be able to push it.
So Thompson, he can go for this with the ult. Puppy, he tries to stand close to avoid the damage, but it's going to be straight in the reach of Saxa.
my neck.
Wrap around on towards the Lion, but he wants to die for this. He's still very strong, of course. Matu's getting a huge amount of XP out of the bottom lane. He's level 8 on the Slark. Nisha.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Moving from Notail. See the jump over from Thompson. He's able to hold him back with his tornado out to Notail. Notail will fall. If you can find anything else out of this one. Not matter. Thompson. He'll be able to turn with the finger. The first
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's away with the invis. But jumps in over towards Yap, so will get taken in. Thompson finishing with a scatter blast instead. From Matu, Dark Pact. Recently takes off the stun. As Matu will make it away.
Oh, I love watching these teams. Just immediately around the enemy triangle, there's like 8 heroes show up to just battle so early on in the game. And I think Zai is probably the most happy after that. He's gotten space. I've seen he's queued up the quad Midas on the Timber Saw now, so he's feeling pretty good.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Nisha is able to get
Dire's
it's really important for that boss to
structures are
exit both. And now he's up to level 9, so he did get enabled quite a bit over Thompson now, who is level, he's 3-0 on this Snapfire, but now out of mana too. And Nisha, he's at the ready to TP, and he can look to help out his teammates, while Thompson, he might have to just make the walk back.
Dire's top tower is under
Very
attack.
low, but he is actually able to get away from the opening from Notel and Saxa. Zai will be fine, and he's got backup. Nisha heading in, maybe see if he can find the setup. He's going to look towards Saxa. The opening. Does he have the damage? Saxa's still pretty speedy with these tranquils.
It's only a level 1 Sunstrike. He invokes it just to like throw it right in Saxa, but Saxa's just fine. And Seb, he'll come top, he'll stop that push. He's 3 components in. He's actually top net worth on his team as well.
And I imagine this first Axe, surely it's going to go to mid one. I feel like mid one gets her Axe on top of like this sort of similar time when he's going to get a Maelstrom. That's going to be ridiculous. Like this Monkey King's going to be so farmed so quickly if he gets a quick Axe Maelstrom given to him.
Yeah, he can just show up every fight then, because he's going to be so tanky and just so enabled from it. He's going to do crazy damage. Yeah, I could agree with that too. It's just better than the frequency of the Snapfire Axe, but you know, we're saying that and it's probably going to get given to the Snap.
But, I mean, hey, it's OG. It's going to be great. It might just get given to the Snap, so, you know, they could go for something really wild.
Nisha, sentry's there. The catch.
Dire's top tower is under
Have they got
attack.
anything else? No, they don't. So Nisha, he makes it away.
First Ags, here it comes. He's finishing up a nice little double set here. And it's going to be done. We will see who it gets gifted to. As
I
they
mean,
are.
surely mid one.
That should help.
Surely you give it to your Monkey King here.
Dire's
imagine
top
so
tower
too.
is under
He's going to
attack.
be so strong with an early Axe Maelstrom. This can.
Secret, they're giving puppy levels as he's really struggled in this early game.
Dire's
Still
top
level
tower
5.
is under attack.
So the rotations come. They've got a finger as well if they need it.
They've got so much burst.
They don't even need it. Alright, eyes on the eggs.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Just the tree. He's completely baseless. Like, nah.
Eats it. Zero benefit.
You get nothing.
Well, I guess he'd get a little bit
Alrighty.
of the boost, but that's not going to happen.
No. So early on,
Dire's
it's 13
bottom
minutes and
tower
he's
is
able to
under
pop this
attack.
one out. We do see Secret with the other 2 top net worths, and I'm seeing him running to Monkey King.
I see
Dire's bottom tower has
I was
fallen.
like, wait, no, please.
But here we go. So
Thanks.
straight over to
Good,
mid
man.
one, and that's the Maelstrom on the courier as well. So you're getting a pre-14-minute Aghanims Maelstrom Monkey King thanks to this.
And immediately they just like start posing their potential around that Roche pit. And look at that net worth. Yeah, 9.6k net worth, the most farm Monkey King at 14 minutes. I think
I mean,
the
that's
path.
just insane. You know, this is the power of the Alp.
Yeah. Wait. What's going on here?
Dire's
got?
bottom
Am I seeing
tower
this right?
is under
No,
attack.
I'm not seeing monkeys spawning around mid one.
Wait, what?
Look, he's not creating Wukongs.
It's because he hasn't got the ult skill. He hasn't got the ult skill. He hasn't got the ult skill. It's all good. We're fine.
Dude, I had like,
Don't
I was
worry.
like, is it bugged? What's going on?
Dev at
Okay,
Valve was
now he's
watching
got
like,
them up.
oh no. But he didn't have the ult skill. We're good. No, he's hit level 10.
Now he can start Roche.
Perfectly
Thing is,
timed.
he can do Roche with full effectiveness, as we know Monkey Kings do. Roche doesn't move for some reason, even though he's getting hit. And now they're gonna pass him. So their hand is forced. Do they want to react to this or not?
Surely you have to. They've got a decent fight round the pit. Ravage, Invoker combo.
You're walking into Wukong's trios. Like you're just asking to get slaughtered.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the dark. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Wait, what neutral creep?
What neutral creep? Did he do a creep? Does he got a shovel?
has a fairy. He has a fairy train. Wait, what?
Wait, what? How did he die to a neutral creep? Somebody solve the mystery right now. Twitch chat, go. Oh, it's the Hellfire Smash Shot! It was the Hellfire Smash Shot! It comes in collapse! It gives him the collapse and wraps all the way around from the big cap! And it slaps the game!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You think you can kill me?
Amongst them all there, those tentacles, to set up for the second kill on mid one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Some up in return.
Just caviar.
The second one down, see if Secret can catch more. Thompson has got the save. Cookie over to Saxa, and Saxa's off to safety. So, well, that was the Aegis push, and they just lost the Aegis and 2 cores on top.
I just want to rewatch that Ravage. That was beautiful. He just did it like perfect timing as the Aegis comes up, catches the whole back line. That Matu.
Jumping it over.
Let the sharks have my flesh.
Nisha, they've got any catch. Saxy's gonna have a stun in a few seconds, but Nisha's out with a Ghost Walk.
These teams are not going to give us the tier 1s for free. This is going to be the biggest battles ever. 5v5 in the mid lane. He's going to meteor it. Do they have anything left to really defend this one, though, on Secret? They don't have Ravage, but they're going to keep trying to slow it down.
Yeah, they've got Zai. Able to spam out the chakra.
OG, full force stack, running back from
The
base.
Monkey King's gratitude is worth more than gold.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Will put a stop to the ult from Thompson. Seb trying to run. Sends the concoction straight back over the side. Matu, he's going to get a free shot to Saxon. He's going to get it. They can't keep him off the line.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Takes him out with a fade bolt. Matu's even maybe looking for more Seb. He's going to end up stunning himself. Couldn't find a target. Matu, he's chasing over the wall.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No tail, take it out.
Just let me carve in my initials.
Starting to get very aggressive here with this diffuser.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Early action. 2, 1, and 4 here on Matuma.
Dire's middle tower has
He's
fallen.
absolutely ready to play a
Met
game
you once,
of catching
cut
up
you
to
twice.
Mid-One's Monkey King. You know, Mid-One getting a burst with that Aghanims. Matu, he's definitely set on showing that he doesn't need that sort of assistance to carry the game.
I think mid one's being just a little bit too over aggressive.
Dire's
He
top
might feel
tower
like he's the
is under
strongest here in the
attack.
game, but he gets lifted, pulled way
Radiant's
out of position,
bottom
then
tower
an EMP
is
just
under
knocks
attack.
him out of the fight for the majority of the time. And yeah, Matu.
Dire are scanning.
Gonna go for that one. Secret jump for the tree.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're gonna blow a rocket for him. They want to leave no chance
Your
of him
body
jumping
was
into
a
the tree. So
cage. I just let
Dire's
you
be more
top
than
tower
happy to drop
has
the ult for
fallen.
that one. As Matu is set up for another.
And now, the 5 position Tide who struggled so much, it's a blink dagger. These initiations for Secret are going to be much easier for the side of OG. OG is going to have a lot of trouble now walking into these fights. As the movements, like, Secret, they're not letting up. They've seen that they've broken OG. Now
As his game is speeding up whilst Mid-One's after a big cash injection from Seb. Slowing down a little bit. Matu's really starting to gain on him here.
Yeah, and we're seeing the other two cores just almost completely out of it. The Snapfire 5800 now with Alchemist, of course, because he gave that Axe, he's so far behind. I think Secret's going to start having like a 5-core lineup, it feels like. As Yapsor has found his farm. Puppy already has his key item with that Blink Dagger. And they're just looking for more. They're hunting. Even though they don't have Ravage, they're feeling the confidence versus the
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That next crucial item on mid-one, the BKB, just half a recipe away. Really needs it.
But the
Radiant
rest of his team is just still going to be super
structures are
susceptible. They're all just going to die to all this damage that's coming outside. They're not dying.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Ghost Scepter is buying a bit of time, but he's still going to go down. Secret just finding kills as they wish, sweeping across the map. OG unable to fight back. Nisha is poking in but Seb, with the ult popped, will be enough for Secret to reassess how to fight this.
OG can't fight without mid-one's BKB.
Not at all.
It's just, he's like literally the whole presence of the team right now because he was gifted that Ags. And he's gonna have it.
Radiant's
done. So
bottom tower is under attack.
Take these fights because Secret's just picking up the pace too much. And Ravage, it's
That
gonna be back down
should
to 30, and now they're hitting the top tower already.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There we go.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Okay,
under
yeah,
attack.
they needed some way to start the fights and get into the back lines. Follow up with mid one. Now they're gonna smoke.
Let's see if they can get that jump. The tier 2's already going to
Dire's
be
top
taken out
tower
though.
has
Secret.
fallen.
They get the tower.
Ravage up in 10. Monty showing his face.
He's committing straight away in onto Saxa. And you don't get the spell out.
Fish out of water.
Anything at all. No one already has the BKB out. He can roll down OG. They strike back.
To give Seb's life, but they see Matu. They commit everything onto this Lark to kill him. And then, did the acid spray stop Tide's blink? I didn't see what happened there because he blinked really far on the left side toward the end there. But Matu, he got completely isolated. You see the top look. There's no Ravage still on Puppy, and they were claiming outposts. So it was great positioning from OG, just capitalizing on the fact that they were ready for that hit to come in.
Yeah, you're right. This acid spray, the set put down, this whole area that Puppy, he couldn't get in and get a jump off.
No.
That was sort of the only option he had, dropping the Ravage when he could, but obviously nothing being achieved with it at all, with that BKB ready to go on mid one.
That is the big timing fight for them. The big steal was taken though from Yapsor. He did get the Mortimer kiss. So for this next fight, OG does have to be pretty cautious. That's a lot of damage that's coming in. Saxa, gonna get started on.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Secret, straight back on track to winning the team fights. And OG unable to punch back again this time. Mid one using the BKB, but didn't quite have the power to take down Zai. Secret lose nothing this time round.
He had to use it completely
Dire's
defensively.
middle tower
They
is
know
under
exactly
attack.
where he is right now. Mid one. We're scouting with the Sunstrike. Can't quite find him though. And just, like Secret showing that they don't need ults to fight. Oh, they're just recognizing that OG, they do need all of their arsenal in order to take the fights versus Secret. Secret Ravage is back up in 20. They're doing these fights just by
Dire's
running
middle
in
tower
to the
is
OG
under
heroes and
attack.
catching them off guard when they don't have those ults. Now another tier 2.
Dire's middle tower
Towers
has fallen.
Matthew's going to be a huge nuisance in the next fight. He's got the full S&Y coming out, and he's just found himself a Quicksilver amulet, so he's going to be incredibly speedy, zipping in and out, knocking down on whoever he wants with this build. You cannot run away from this Slark. You've got to throw things back and disable him.
And he's going to be buffed up too, right? There's going to be Alacrities that are coming in. There's going to be Lotus Orbs that are thrown onto this Slark too. OG. They have to get some really
Radiant
big team
are
fights and
scanning.
clean up a lot of heroes here to start coming back, because it's really just mid one this game. Everyone else falling so far behind.
See if they can do it here. OG.
Shiny.
Again, Secret, they've got everything ready. Ravage is good to go. On the side. They move out of the motion. It's over towards Thompson. There's 2 dead on OG. The remaining 3 they've got to run.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
OG are all dead and out of action. Secret really taking these fights with
Dire's top
very,
tower
very
is
much,
under attack.
this level
Dire's
that-
structures are
it's kind of
fortified.
hard to see what OG's meant to do right now. Secret are just making it look kind of easy at this stage.
Dire
Puppy
are
just
scanning.
blinks and doesn't care what he ravages. As long as he connects with like 1 or 2 heroes, they know they're gonna kill them so fast because how squishy they are. They are so far behind on all 4 of these OG heroes. They're actually gonna get surpassed by all 5 of Secret very soon. And
I mean,
the
that's...
ultis, the tree root misses everything. The Monkey King ults, they just walk out of it. They can just reset and walk away from a lot of these ults on Secret and just capitalize and get on top of these squishies. And now they're starting to really just fully run away with the game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As yeah, sure, he did die in that last fight, of course. He did die to one of the nasty statues. So at least 1 kill for OG, but the pressure's really looming on them, and it really doesn't feel like their ults are going to have the effect. It doesn't feel like mid one, this gifted axe, is going to have the effect that they really wanted it to.
No, for sure. I mean, when you do run something like the offlane alchemist and you go for this, you know, axe into your carry sort of build, if your carry doesn't have some sort of excellent game straight off the back of it, you know, the plan, it's not gone to plan right. You give your carry this sort of boost, you expect a lot, but this game, Secret, they've been able to deal with mid one in pretty much every fight.
They just collapse on them so quickly. And it's not even fire this game.
Into the Hex. Matthew, is he able to get out of the Wukong? He is. He's away. He's into the shadows. He's going to start healing back up. As again, I mean, that's a few ultimates thrown out here. The Wukong to the Mortimer's kisses. No kills to be found.
They have to full retreat. Mid one's still on the here.
I think he had the BKB ready to pop, but he just didn't expect Matthew to be able to jump in immediately. It's turning into a bit of a shambles here for OG. He's also in trouble.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they're ready to start sieging the high ground now, Secret.
That's just insane awareness. Like Matu, he's
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They don't have a war on the high ground. Like,
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
But he just knows where he is. He jumps.
Dire's top
No way
barracks has
anyone expected
fallen.
that as the game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's got him over him. Taking the top ranks, moving towards the mid lane.
It's crazy how even when the
Dire's
Alchemist
middle
was having
tower
such a good
has
time
fallen.
at gifting the axe, look at the difference in net worth. Secret kept it within 1k the whole time, and then they just exploded after those 2 or 3 team fights.
Try and start the defense. Zara. It's no longer the easy kill they're able to get in the lane.
No.
He's grown up. He's a big boy now, Zai, and they can't kill this man.
Secret now with just such a firm control, even though Lincoln's on the Invoker too.
Dire's middle
Level
tower
19
is under attack.
on Nisha. I mean, Matu's also just about to hit level 19 too. These levels are insane. As 6-0-10 on the Invoker, 7-2-11. These 2 cores.
It's wild.
Really taking over. Thompson, he's 4-4. You know, this snap.
GG is called. Secret
Holy moly.
will take this game 1.
Dire's middle secret on victory.
It just fell apart after that. They weren't actually able to have the impact you'd expect, other than getting that early Roche. With that sort of, you know, accelerated carries farm. They get the Roshan, but every fight after that was pretty much a disaster for OG.
I think it was Secret really recognizing that, sure, he's got Aegis, sure, he's got Maelstrom, sure, he's got some stats.
Yeah.
He doesn't have magic immunity. He was playing super far up under the tower. They lifted him, pulled him really out of position. His team has to kind of like follow up to help with the Aegis, and then Puppy just ravages. They catch everything, and from there it really did feel like Secret had just, they started to really run away with it, where OG were so far on the back, but they